NHL second round continues tonight with a doubleheader on ESPN. Hurricanes Capitals at 7 o'clock Eastern, and then Oilers Golden Knights continues at 9:30. Let's welcome in our NHL analyst, PK Subban. And PK, before we talk about tonight's game, we're going to flashback. This past Tuesday, you were on this show, talked about how you felt like the Capitals were being disrespected heading into the series against the Hurricanes. Let's watch that.
It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, maybe if Washington had a healthy defense, obviously they're missing Ferravare, so maybe some people think that that's a huge loss for them, but you can't tell me that they don't have more skill up front. I mean, starting with this guy, Alex Ovechkin, and the great chase and all that this year, but behind him is Alexei Protas. Behind him is Dylan Strome. Behind him is Pierre-Luc Dubois and Mangiapane. And I didn't even mention Tom Wilson. So there's a lot of offense on this team. If they stick to the structure that Spencer Carberry has instilled in this team since he's been there, they'll be fine. So I like Washington in this series.
Womp, womp. Then the Caps went out and lost game one in overtime. And look, you're not the only one. I remember we had Logan Thompson on the show as well a few days ago, and he said he felt like his team was being completely disrespected. But now, how do you feel about Washington tonight?
Well, I'm going to say first, in game one, I felt that the only disrespect was to the Washington fans, and that's what their performance was indicative from, as far as I'm concerned. To come out like that in a second round, first game at home, after winning such a hard-fought first round and lay an egg like that, they were god-awful. They were terrible. And I spoke about Spencer Carberry's system. Well, inside that, there's just key intangibles in the game that you got to do to have success this time of year. And for me, the execution wasn't there for Washington. They're a great team when they play as a team and they stick to their structure. If they're not executing, if they're not coming out of their zone together as a five-man unit, if they are not skating and pounding their legs, they're a big team. They got to play with pace, and their execution has to be spot on. Carolina's a fast team, one of the best forechecking teams in the league. If game two, if Washington's execution doesn't go way up, if their compete doesn't match it, they're going to be in trouble. They'll be down 2-0 in this series.
Okay, so now they get the chance for the response, right? Teams that have taken, though, a 2-0 series lead have gone on to win the series 86% of the time. We switch gears now to the Western Conference. The Golden Knights were upset on their home ice against the Oilers in Game 1. How does Vegas even up the series tonight?
Yeah, well, Vegas did some things well. I liked what they did on their special teams. I thought their power play was great. Shea Theodore looked a lot better, taking control. They looked like they wanted to impose their will. But you're going to have to do that for a full 60 minutes. And my issue wasn't with them on the special teams. They got to stay out of the box, but it's also how they played 5-on-5. I expected them to dominate Edmonton more, and it was actually the opposite. Edmonton dominated, and not only did they dominate with their top players, they got their depth involved. You see Connor Brown there scoring that goal, but that wasn't all that he did. He had a nasty toe drag, exposing one of their defensemen. I think it might have been Noah Hannafin or Theodore, exposing him cutting to the middle. Vegas allowed Edmonton to get their depth going. Evander Kane made some big plays. Corey Perry's involved. So that's trouble. You don't want to let Edmonton find their confidence offensively. It's huge issues. So Vegas will get their game going. I expect them to play better hockey as this series goes on. It's just their style, but it's got to start tonight. They got to tie this series up 1-1.
When you mention this is just their style, the Golden Knights, they're 4-2 in a best-of-7 series when they trail 1-0 in games. So yes, this is just kind of their style. Before you go, PK, watch this clip. It's gone viral on social media. A prom signing day proposal. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, let's watch this whole situation happen. Okay. So
look at that.
There's hats involved here. We're familiar with this kind of situation. Will you go to prom with me, pick the hat, etc. PK is a Canadian. So now my question to you is this something that goes down in Canada? How were you asked to prom? Please enlighten us.
Well, first of all, I have seen this clip before, Shea, and I have to say, the scouting report by his buddy, teeing him up, the resume read was off the charts. It was unbelievable. And just the respect. Chivalry still exists. This is the right way to do it. The young lady there, this is the best day of her life so far, I'm sure. To have these young men show her that respect and that love and do it right, hats off to them. But the scouting report, some sports teams got to pick up that kid for his scouting ability. Unbelievable scouting report teeing up his buddy for the prom. I loved it.
The attention to detail in this prom asking was next level. I saw some next level things when I was in high school. I can only imagine what happens Nowadays, this is just a good example. PK didn't reflect on his prom days, which is probably good for all of us. Thank you, PK.
Protect that man at all costs.
Again.